वेलकम टू वीलर्न में आपका स्वागत है। टुडेज सब्जेक्ट ऑपरेशन रिसर्च सेशन नंबर 11। टॉपिक टू बी कवर्ड इन दिस सेशन इन्वेंट्री कंट्रोल। स्टॉक को कंट्रोल करने की विभिन्न विधियां जो होती हैं वो इस सेशन के अंदर हम आपको बताएंगे। सबसे पहला टॉपिक इंट्रोडक्शन, सेकंड इन्वेंट्री मॉडल विद probabilistic demand, third one single period probabilistic model, then multi period probabilistic model, then inventory control system, then fixed order quantity system, then periodic review system, and last one is other variant of probabilistic system. So introduction, as you are already known about the inventory system, I have already explained session 10 part 1 and session 10 part 2। फिर भी सिंपल डिटर्मिनिस्टिक इन्वेंट्री मॉडल जो होता है, जहाँ पर कि ईच एंड एवरी इन्फ्लुएंसिंग फैक्टर इज नोन कम्प्लीटली। जो भी फैक्टर्स होते हैं, जो इन्वेंट्री को इन्फ्लुएंस करने वाले फैक्टर्स होते हैं, उनके बारे में आपको पूरी जानकारी होती है। द मेजर इन्फ्लुएंसिंग फैक्टर फॉर द इन्वेंट्री प्रॉब्लम्स आर प्राइस, कि उसका रेट क्या है, कितनी डिमांड है, एंड लीड टाइम। लीड टाइम क्या है? अ टाइम गैप बिटवीन द प्लेसिंग ऑफ ऑर्डर अप टू द रिसीविंग ऑफ डिलीवरी। दैट मीन्स आप जिस दिन ऑर्डर करते हैं उस दिन से लेकर के और गुड्स की डिलीवरी रिसीव करने तक का जो टाइम होता है वो आपका लीड टाइम होता है। तो दीज आर थ्री मेन फैक्टर्स, दे आर इन्फ्लुएंसिंग ऑफ इन्वेंट्री। अदर फैक्टर्स सच एज कैरिंग कॉस्ट, ये कैरिंग कॉस्ट भी दूसरा फैक्टर होता है जो कि कॉस्टिंग को आपकी बढ़ाता है। ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट एंड स्टॉक आउट कॉस्ट आर ऑल्सो इफेक्टिंग द इन्वेंट्री प्रॉब्लम्स, बट देयर नेचर इज नॉट सो मच डिस्टर्बिंग एज थ्री वंस। जो तीन है आपके प्राइस, डिमांड और लीड टाइम, वो जो है उनका नेचर ज़्यादा इफेक्टिव होता है, जबकि बाकी जो तीन हैं कैरिंग कॉस्ट, ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट एंड स्टॉक आउट कॉस्ट, हालांकि ये भी इन्फ्लुएंसिंग करते हैं लेकिन इनका नेचर उतना ज़्यादा इन्फ्लुएंसिंग नहीं होता है। इन्वेंट्री मॉडल विद प्रोबेबिलिस्टिक डिमांड्स, डिमांड पैटर्न में भी हैविंग डिस्क्रीट प्रोबेबिलिटी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन और कॉन्टिन्यूअस प्रोबेबिलिटी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन। लाइक डिमांड इज डिस्क्रीट एंड कॉन्टिन्यूअस। डिस्क्रीट के अंदर आप देख रहे हैं सिंगल पीरियड होता है, एक मल्टी पीरियड होता है। सेम एज कॉन्टिन्यूअस के अंदर भी सिंगल पीरियड होता है और दूसरा मल्टी पीरियड होता है। Then single period probabilistic models, these models deals with the inventory situation of the item such as perishable goods, spare parts and seasonal goods requiring one time purchase only. The demand for such items may be discrete or continuous. Since purchases are made only once, the lead time factor is least important in these models. In single period models, the problem is studied using marginal analysis and the decision procedures consist of a sequence of steps. There are two types of cost involved. Number one, overstocking cost, and number two, understocking cost. These two costs represent opportunity losses incurred when the number of units stocked is not exactly equal to the number of units actually demanded. Now single period probabilistic models 3. The following symbolic notations are to be used. D equal to demand of an items in units, Q equal to the number of units stocked, C1 equal to overstocking cost and C2 equal to understocking cost. Single period discrete probabilistic demand model, the cost equations for this type of problem may be developed as follows. For any quantity in stock Q, only D units are consumed. किसी भी क्वांटिटी के लिए आपके जो यूनिट कंज्यूम किए जाएंगे वो D किए जाएंगे। Then for a specified period of time, the cost associated with Q units in stock is either Q minus DC1, where D, the number of units used or demanded, is less than or equal to the number of units Q in stock. That is DQ less than equal to stock. D minus Q C2, where the number of units required is greater than the number of units in stock, that is D greater than Q, means demand greater than quantity, कि जो डिमांड होगी इस मॉडल के अंदर वो जो है क्वांटिटी से ज़्यादा होगी और इससे पहले वाले में डिमांड क्वांटिटी से कम होगी. सिंगल पीरियड डिस्क्रीट प्रोबेबिलिस्टिक डिमांड मॉडल. The demand model D is random variable. Its probability distribution of demand is known as PD, denotes the probability that the demand is D units, such that total probability is 1. That is P0 plus P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus and so on PD, which is also equal to summation of D equal to 0, P into D equal to 1. The total expected cost is the sum of expected cost of understocking and overstocking. The total expected cost say functions of Q is given by function of Q equal to C1 summation of D0 Q minus D PD plus C2 summation of Q plus 1x D minus Q PD. If Q star is the optimal quantity stocked, then the total expected cost function of Q star will be minimum. Thus, if we stock 1 unit more or less than the optimal quantity, the total expected cost will be higher than the optimal. Thus, functions of Q star plus 1 minus function of Q star equal to C1 plus C2 P D less than equal to quantity minus C2 greater than equal to 0, where PD less than equal to Q equal to summation of D equal to 0 PD, a cumulative probability. Similarly, we get functions of Q star minus 1 minus function of Q star equal to C2 minus C1 plus C2 P D less than equal to Q star minus 1 greater than equal to 0. From equation 4 and 5 we get PD less than equal to Q star minus 1 less than equal to C1 upon C2 upon C1 plus C2 less than equal to PD less than equal to Q star. The 3-step procedure is follows. Step 1. From the data, prepare a table showing PD, the probability and the cumulative probability PD less than equal to Q for each reasonable value of D. Step 2. Compute the ratios C2 divided by C1 plus C2, which is known as service level. Step 3. Find the value of Q which satisfies the inequalities. So P D less than equal to Q star minus 1 less than equal to C2 upon C1 plus C2 less than equal to PD less than equal to Q star. And now estimating cost of understocking. The cost of understocking is not known, but the decision maker's policy is to maintain a stock level of 5 units. We can find for what values of C2 the understocking cost does Q star equal to 5. We have the following inequalities. Probability of D less than equal to 4 less than equal to C2 upon 17.50 plus C2 less than equal to PD less than equal to 5. So, or 0.80 less than equal to C2 upon 17.50 plus C2 less than equal to 0.95. The minimum value of C2 is determined by letting C2 upon 17.50 plus C2 equal to 0.80 or C2 equal to 0.80 multiply 17.50 divided by 1 minus 0.80 which is equal to rupees 70. The maximum value of C2 is determined by letting C2 upon 17.50 plus C2 equal to 0.95 or C2 equal to 17.50 multiply 0.95 divided by 1 minus 0.95 which is equal to 335.50. Therefore, 70 less than equal to C2 less than equal to 332.50. And our inventory for perishable product. Many organizations handle merchandise which has negligible utility if it is not sold almost immediately. ज़्यादातर ये चीज़ जो है FMCG प्रोडक्ट के अंदर होती है जहाँ पर कि आपका गुड्स जो है इमीडिएटली सेल होना चाहिए. अगर नहीं होता है, स्टॉक आपके पास है, तो गुड्स जो है बाद में ख़राब हो जाता है और वहाँ पर उसकी यूटिलिटी नेग्लिजिबल हो जाती है. प्रोडक्ट इन दिस कैटेगरी इंक्लूड न्यूज़पेपर्स, प्रिंटेड प्रोग्राम्स फॉर स्पेशल इवेंट्स, फ्रेश प्रोडक्ट or produce and other perishable commodities. All these are FMCG product. Such items commonly have high markup. The large difference between the wholesale cost and the retail price is due to the risk vendor faces in stocking the items. So EOC equal to KEP, where EOC expected opportunity cost, EP equal to expected payoff profit, and K is the constant. So EOC equal to EP minus K. Here EP is now in terms of cost. The demand is not discrete. The demand through probabilistic is treated as continuous. The probability distributions, integration of D equal to 0 up to summation functions of D into demand of D, which is equal to 1, where functions of D is a continuous probability density function indicating the probability for a small interval of demand D. DD is known as the differential of the demand D. The cumulative probability functions is obtained as follows: FQ equal to integrations of D equal to 0, D equal to Q, FD into DD, where FQ is the probability that demand lies between 0 and Q. For optimal results, we use the incremental analysis. The optimal quantity to stock Q star is the point where functions of Q star equal to C2 upon C1 plus C2. Multi-period probabilistic models. In single period models, only demand is the major variable factors and lead time does not play any role in the decision process. In multi-period models, both demand and lead time play major role in the decision process. These factors may be changing according to certain laws of the probability. The variations in demand and or in lead time imposes risk. We caution the effect of the demand and lead time variations by absorbing risk in the carrying larger inventories called buffer stock or safety stock. The larger we make these safety stock, the greater our risk in terms of funds tied up in the inventories, the possibility of obsolescence and so on. While minimizing the risk of out of stock, we can minimize the risk of inventories by reducing the buffer inventories, which in turn lead to increase in the risk of poor inventory service. And our inventory control system. When either demand or lead time or both vary randomly, the concept of operating doctrine is introduced to take into account the possibility of stock outputs. These operating doctrines are based on inventory control system adopted for the purpose of control of inventory. And our inventory control system 2. There are various kinds of stock levels, but the following are fundamentals to the control system, like minimum stock level, ordering level, hastening levels, and maximum level. And now minimum stock level. This is also known as safety or buffer stock. This is the level below which stock is not allowed to fall. That means ऐसा level जिससे कम stock हम नहीं कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि उससे कम करने पर डेफिनेटली आपका जो ऑपरेशंस है वो नहीं हो पाएगा या ऑपरेशन जो है आपका रुक जाता है. When this level is reached, it triggers of urgent action to bring forward delivery of the next order. It is sometimes called the danger level also. Now, ordering stock level. This is known as reorder level. This is the level at which ordering action is taken for the material to be delivered before stock falls below the minimum. कि जब भी आपका स्टॉक मिनिमम लेवल से नीचे जाता है तो हाउ मच अमाउंट ऑफ क्वांटिटी ऑर्डर्ड बाय यू इन ए लॉट, दैट इज रीऑर्डर लेवल. Two main factors are involved in deciding the reorder level: the anticipated rate of consumption, the anticipated time which will elapse between the raising of a provision demand and the actual availability of goods in a store after receipt and inspection. That means lead time. तो दो चीज़ें इसके लिए इंपॉर्टेंट होती हैं, महत्वपूर्ण होती हैं. पहला एंटीसिपेटेड रेट ऑफ कंजम्पशन, किस रेट में आपका कंजम्पशन हो रहा है, कितने दिन का गुड्स अभी आपके पास अवेलेबल है. और दूसरी चीज़ जो कंसीडर करने की होती है वो ये होती है कि आपने ऑर्डर आज दिया, कितने घंटे में, कितने दिन में, कितने मंथ में आपका गुड्स जो है आपके पास आ जाएगा. द hastening stock level. This is the level at which it estimated that hastening actions is necessary to request suppliers to make early delivery. It is fixed between the minimum level and the reorder level. This level is subjectively based on experience. And our maximum stock level, this is the level of stock above which the stock should not be allowed to raise. एक ऐसा लेवल जिससे ज़्यादा आप जो है स्टॉक लेना अलाउ नहीं करते हैं, वो आपका मैक्सिमम स्टॉक लेवल होता है. जैसे आप एक कार चलाते हैं तो कार का जो टैंक होता है पेट्रोल का, जब फुल हो जाता है उसके बाद हम मना कर देते हैं कि अब हमें नहीं चाहिए, तो वो लेवल जो है आपका मैक्सिमम लेवल कहलाता है. द पर्पज ऑफ दिस लेवल इज टू कर्व एक्सेस इन्वेस्टमेंट, और उसका पर्पज जो होता है वो एक्सेस इन्वेस्टमेंट को स्टॉप करना होता है. एंड फिक्सिंग द मैक्सिमम, द मेन कंसिडरेशन इज यूजुअली फाइनेंशियल एंड द फिगर्स इज अरेंज सो दैट द वैल्यू ऑफ स्टॉक विल नॉट बिकम एक्सेसिव एट एनी टाइम. Fixed order quantity system. This is also known as perpetual inventory system, reorder inventory system or queue system. In this system, the count of the number of units in inventory is continuously maintained. With lead time is less than the reorder cycle and order for a fixed quantity, mostly it is EOK, is placed when the inventory level drop to predetermined reorder hours. एंड आप इस फिगर से देख सकते हैं कि कहाँ कहाँ पर कौन कौन सा ऑर्डर है. जैसे आपने देखा कि सबसे नीचे जहाँ पर बी नोटेड है दैट इज कॉल्ड बफर स्टॉक. उसके आगे जाएंगे एवरेज लीड टाइम यूजेस, देन रीऑर्डर लेवल आर एंड अमाउंट ऑफ इन्वेंट्री ऑन हैंड. देन प्लेस ऑर्डर वन रिसीव्ड LT1 that is first lead time, and then order 2 LT2 that means second lead time, and U2 is the average usage or lead time, and order 3 placed on that place, and LT3 is order 3 receive time. Now fixing order quantity system 2, setting of various levels for queue system. For fixed order quantity system, the various levels can be fixed for the following condition. Number 1, variable demand and constant lead time. Number 2, constant demand and variable lead time, and number 3, variable demand and variable lead time. तो इस सिस्टम को आप फिक्स करने के लिए ये आपके कंडीशंस हैं कि या तो आप वेरिएबल डिमांड करेंगे और लीड टाइम को कांस्टेंट रखेंगे. सेकंड पोजीशंस और कंडीशंस आपकी क्या है कि डिमांड को कांस्टेंट कीजिए, लीड टाइम को वेरिएबल कीजिए. और तीसरा जो तरीका होता है वो क्या है कि डिमांड और लीड टाइम दोनों को हम वेरिएबल करके भी सेटिंग कर सकते हैं क्यू सिस्टम की. कंट्रोल लेवल फॉर वेरिएबल डिमांड एंड कांस्टेंट लीड टाइम. U equal to random variable representing demand during lead time. Sigma equal to standard deviations of demand during lead time. U is a expected lead time demand and TL is lead time. D equal to average daily demand. Sigma D equal to standard deviation of daily demand. D equal to expected annual demand. B is equal to buffer stock or safety stock. And Z equal to number of standard deviation needed for a specified confidence level, and R equal to reorder level, and reorder level is R equal to U plus B, that means annual usage or lead time plus buffer stock. Control levels for constant demand and variable lead time. For this model, the various levels are determined as follows. Reorder level equal to R, which is equal to U plus V, where U equal to DT, L equal to daily demand multiply expected lead time, and buffer stock B equal to Z into U, which is equal to Z means demand standard deviation of lead time. Simply way of determining the safety stock is B equal to maximum lead time minus normal lead time. Control levels for variable demand and variable lead time. The various levels are as follows. Reorder level R equal to U bar plus Z in multiply by sigma U. Buffer stock V equal to Z into sigma U. So EO equal to under root 2 C0 D upon CH, where Z is a constant of proportionately determined from the normal distribution table corresponding to expected service level. U bar equal to expected consumptions during lead time. D bar average daily demand, and TL bar average lead time. Sigma U equal to standard deviation of U, the demand during lead time, square root of variance U equal to variance U. Variance U equal to variance of D multiply TL bar plus variance of TL multiply D bar square. where variance D equal to sigma square D equal to variance of daily demand, variance of TL equal to sigma square TL, which is equal to variance of lead time, then TL var equal to average lead time and D var equal to average daily demand. This system involves the reviewing of stock level at a fixed interval of time known as review period and placing replenishment orders at the end of each period. The replenishment quantity is variable and correspond to the amount of stock required to bring the stock order and the stock on hand up to a target level. The key variable for systems are T, the review period, and TL, the target inventory level on which orders are based. Periodic review system. This system is also known as fixed period system or replenishment inventory system or P system. You can see these figures. And our periodic review system, the formula for target inventory for a fixed interval T is as follows. TL equal to average review period demand plus average lead time demand plus buffer stock. Control level for variable demand and constant lead time. The average demand during the lead time and review period is D T plus TL. Buffer stock to be held during this period is B equal to Z sigma D T plus under root TL, where Z is the number of standard deviation to give the required service level and the target inventory level is TL equal to D T plus TL multiply Z plus sigma D T root TL. Control level for constant demand and variable lead time, average review period demand TD, average lead time demand TDL, and buffer stock B equal to ZD sigma TL. Thus TI equal to TD bar plus TL bar D bar plus ZD bar into standard deviation 2 into T, which is equal to T plus T bar L D bar plus Z D bar sigma TL, where TL equal to standard deviation of lead time. Control levels for variable demand and variable lead time, average review period demand equal to TD, average lead time demand equal to TDL. Buffer or safety stock equal to Z equal to under root T into variance of D plus variance of U, where variance of D equal to sigma square D equal to variance of daily demand, variance of U equal to variance square or U equal to variance of lead time demand, which is equal to variance of D into T bar L plus variance of TL into D bar square. Thus TI equal to T plus T bar L into D bar plus Z root T plus T bar L sigma D square plus D bar square sigma square TL. The review period T is usually fixed as T equal to under root 2 C0 divided by CH into D bar. Variable lead times. Variable demand is variations in demand or usage rates produce situations similar to variable lead times. If the lead time is fixed, the risk of stock out is dependent on the actual demand exceeding the anticipated demand. Variable demand and variable lead time. When both the lead time and demand rate vary significantly from average values, the task of determining a satisfactory safety stock is determined by applying the Monte Carlo simulation. And now do it yourself. Explain single period probabilistic models, and question number 2, explain inventory control system. And that's it from session number 11. Thank you.